So I was gonna try to post on Wednesday, but then it was so crazy trying to get back into work and adjust to this time zone, and then I had to go to the cardiologist, and then it was the end of the week. So I was gonna post Sunday, but then Christy posted Sunday and I didn't know what to do, so I'm gonna do a whole late Sunday, really early Monday thing, and hopefully that'll be okay. I mean, I couldn't miss this theme. So my heart appears to be fine. I just have something called mitral valve prolapse, also known as click murmur syndrome, I kid you not, which just means that whereas normal heart valves do this sort of motion, mine does more like this. Flop, flop, but it's okay. A lot of people have it and just don't know about it. So, Hogwarts houses. First of all, I'm really glad that Christy brought up the negative aspects of Gryffindor. Because most people are like, oh, it's Harry's house, it's Dumbledore's house, therefore Gryffindor is the best house. However, there's a downside. They're not just brave, they're also impulsive and headstrong and just don't think before they act. And I will now take this opportunity to say that I am so not a Gryffindor. I have aspects of every house except Gryffindor. There's just nothing about me that is Gryffindor-y at all. Christy, you also mentioned the fight at the end that you would have stayed. Honestly, I'm such a coward that I cannot say for sure if I would have stayed. I'd really like to say that I would have stayed to fight, but really, I don't know. I guess I won't know until I'm in that situation. I could just as easily see me hiding in the room of requirement the whole time. So, I don't know. Which brings me to Slytherin. I think I'm a little Slytherin-y. I'm pretty cunning. I have lofty goals. As far as my life as a whole goes, I'm not really satisfied with mediocrity. And I really don't think all the evil kids were in Slytherin. I just think Joe didn't really concentrate on any of the other ones, because Slytherins were obviously Harry's enemy. Peter Pettigrew, he was a Gryffindor, and he was evil. Hufflepuff is probably my runner-up house. I think other people sometimes think Hufflepuff for me, just because I'm goofy and awkward and go with the flow most of the time. When you get right down to it, I'm not exactly a Hufflepuff. True, I am incredibly open-minded and accepting of all kinds of people, and I think I'm pretty loyal, but I am not at all a hard worker. I am, as one of you described, one of those lazy Ravenclaw types who never really had to study. I really don't like working hard on things that I don't care about, or things that don't interest me. I'll work really hard on a video sometimes, but school, And other people may not think of me this way, but I think of my intelligence as my defining factor, at least in my life. I don't know why, but intelligence is incredibly important to me, for some reason. I love talking to a smart person over any other type of person. It's why I love nerds. It's why I'm a personality is greater than looks person. In fact, intelligence is so important to me that I'm sometimes kind of racist against dumb people. I don't mean racist, I mean prejudiced, but I just wanted you to grasp the gravity of the situation. Like, back to the Hufflepuff thing, I am tolerant of all types of people except stupid people. I can't stand stupid people. It's really a problem. Like, even in everyday life, I'll be talking to someone and they're an idiot, so I completely blow them off. And my friend goes, hey, who was that hot guy you were talking to? And I'm like, oh, he was hot? I didn't notice. He was really dumb. Like, the whole riddle password thing, that would never work in real life. But if that was the way I had to live, I think I could get used to it. I would need some help when I was younger, but I think I would adapt and learn to think that way and figure it out. Or just always travel in groups. I remember when I was reading the 7th book and they went into the Ravenclaw common room and they were describing it, and I was like, oh, it's beautiful. It's my home. I'm a Ravenclaw. I've had identity crises in the past a couple of times, just mild ones. But I've realized that most people are gonna have aspects in them of every house, because nobody has one personality trait. And I gotta say, I don't like it when you ask people their house and they say, oh, I'm a Gryffindor, or I'm a Ravenpuff, or I'm a Ravenrin. You know, and I'm not talking about Christy because I know that was a joke, but Nobody gets to be in more than one. Hermione was definitely a Gryffindor, but she still had to pick one. So if Hermione, the cleverest witch of her age, had to pick a house, so do you. Anyway, I've said my piece. And yes, I did go to New Zealand and Australia and have an amazing time. I sang in the Sydney Opera House, I petted koalas and kangaroos and fed kangaroos out of little ice cream cones. And I did go to John Green's event in Sydney. And I also met Natalie, aka Community Channel, which was so cool! Oh, and Marcus Zusak was there? I didn't actually meet him though because I don't really know what he looks like. I haven't read The Book Thief yet. It's on my list for the summer, but I haven't. And I didn't want to be the stupid American who just walked around asking everybody which one was Marcus Zusak. I was also afraid that I would ask Marcus Zusak who Marcus Zusak was. And that would just be really awkward. So I know once I read the book, I'll regret not figuring out who he was, but we were in the same room. And I think that's all the time I have for today. Meredith, it was nice to meet you. Hello. Matt, I cannot believe you didn't comment on my didgeridoo picture on Daily Booth. What's up with that? Christy, yay! It was great seeing you today. I loved your video. It was so cute at the end when you said, I need a new school. Nathan, Sean, Marky, I miss you. I miss your smile. And I still shed a tear every once in a while. Miley Cyrus, out. P.S. I just saw Matt with no beard. Whoa! Whoa. But I think I like it. You should stay beardless. Do it. That's all.